Homeless, beautiful beings, welcome to Notes of Nara. My name is Naja Rashida, and may this message find you well and whole. So as you can see, I'm still trying to figure out my new flow with my channel, and I'm gonna stick to the original Monday, Wednesday, Friday setup. It just fits naturally with my other multiple things that I'm managing right now in my life. And so it won't be Sunday. I'll do shorts like Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, but I won't. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna post. I'll just post the Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Sundays will be the energy readings. So there's that. But for the month of March, I wanted to focus on my creative life. And to me, March is the beginning of the year. It is the new year to me. And if you know, you know. If you know, then it's a new year for you as well. And so spring is coming, daylight savings time, the days will get longer, they are longer, nights are shorter, the trees are budding and the birds are singing and the ice is melting. So we're all going through this transitional phase. The title of the series for the month of March is Creative Life. I'm all about creativity and self-expression, authenticity, sovereignty, and I'm in this unique space in my life where I've lived a very, I would say, full life. I'm well-traveled, educated. I've worked many different jobs, made career changes back and forth, just had very unique life experiences, and I have hobbies and certain talents that I feel like I want to consolidate and bring together and to integrate into my own unique form of expression. And having a social media platform does wonders to that. With all of that said, and this whimsical, magical part of myself that I have really, I guess, oppressed for a matter well over a decade, to deal with the material, deal with the societal norms, right? You go to college, 4-year degree, after high school, you get married, have the 2.5 kids, you get the multiple cars, and you take out loans, and you're paying off the loans, and you pay your mortgage, and you're jostling multiple kids, and then maybe a potential divorce, all those societal things and expectations and rules that are very deeply embedded in Western culture, specifically in the States. And I woke up this morning where I'm like, you know what? I define what success is to me. And with this new journey that I'm embarking on, as far as having and designing a creative life that makes me feel good, that I'm proud of, right? I'm a woman who practices minimalism. I don't need a lot of material possessions to feel whole or complete, or even comfortable, to be quite honest with you. I need very little. If anything, it's when I think of material gain, it would be wealth, okay? Like abundance, real wealth that can move and shift and bring change to things and to people. And so when I think of a material gain, it's more of having the financial means to live freely. And that's, if anything, would be something that's more in alignment of me, and reprogramming my mind and how I perceive financial success, how I perceive wealth, how I perceive my relationship to money. Money is a tool that serves a purpose. It's a system. Some people worship it. Some people kill for it. Some people spend their whole lives chasing it. Some people, spend their whole lives stealing it, right? To me, it is an energy, and that is all. And I think the foundation of creating or living a creative life, designing a creative life, is to ask yourself the question, about how abundant you are, how abundant you can be, and what your relationship is just with abundance, to be, to the point. So yeah, I'm embarking on this journey with you all. I'm going to share a little bit more of my creative process. As you all, I've shared, I'm in the middle of a transition, specifically relocating, okay? Because I know in the 2020s lingo that the definition of transition has changed quite a bit. So what I mean by transition, either the context is death or transition of literally moving into different space, okay? And to me, transition is some form of death. You are transforming, you're metamorphosizing, you're changing. And so yeah, the title of this video, this message, in the end, all cats are gray. And I'm in the beginning of an ending. I am a deep believer in soul contracts. So we all have this thing we call soul, right? And with soul, before we reincarnate, right, into an experience, we formulate these contracts with our families, the career paths, sickness, health, hobbies, successes, failures. We've already constructed these soul contracts with soul groups, soul families, even with our enemies and frenemies and healers and mentors and children. We have these agreements, soul agreements between other souls when we decide to reincarnate here. And so I've had in the past year, I'd say a few, maybe at least 2 or 3 contracts that have come to a close, and one is coming to a close now. In the end, all cats are gray. That is written by The Cure. I believe his name is Rob Flowers, the lead singer of The Cure. He kind of looks like, he's very emo. He's the grandfather of emo genre, whereas, he wore all black. His hair was heavily dyed black. His lips had like red, he would put red lipstick on, heavy mascara and eyeshadow, pale white foundation, and his songs were very somber. But one song I love, In the End, All Cats Are Gray. The world is going through transition right now. The world is going through a creative life-death life cycle. Whether we like it or not, whether we agree to it or not, we're going through a shift and a change, okay? You can talk to your astrologers, witches, warlocks, seers, oracle readers, tarot readers online, your psychics, your mediums, okay? You can look back into ancient or sacred mathematics, all right? Your Bibles, your Torahs, your Qurans, your Bhagavad Gitas, the sacred texts, occultism, right? It's Edgar Cayce, all of it, all right? We're at where we're at because of the choices that we've made in the past, and we as a collective have to face it. In the end, all cats are gray. So you can see in the corner right there, it's one of my art pieces. For the past, I would say maybe 5 years or so, I've been on this black and white drawing kick, okay? Like I have hundreds of drawings that are black and white. And interesting enough, in the, I would say 20 teens, I got into oil pastel. I just felt this call to get into oil pastels. Mind you, I come from a strong musical background, but I always loved to write personal poetry by my, when I was alone in my teen years, and alongside, I actually had one of my poems published, actually. Now that I think back, I was in the middle school. I don't even remember the name of the poem, but it was published. I would do poetry readings growing up. I did poetry competitions when I was in middle school. And, those things, that expression, that need to express, not even need, it was just like this pull to express My creativity in different avenues, not just music, was always there. And in the early 20 teens, I got into oil pastels, and I shared that with you in the video on Monday. I shared with you. I pulled out my old art oil pastel journal, and I was looking through, and I just felt like this burst of color, right? And I think that with the black and white, it was a way of, I guess, when I'm coloring black and white is more for meditation. It's more for me to channel out the chaos that my nervous system has problems, with, oh, sorry, that's my neighbors, has problems with alchemizing or processing. I get overloaded a lot. I get overstimulated a lot. And so I've noticed now with this shift and this change and this preparation of moving and relocating, color is slowly coming back to my life. I feel like color is my true essence, and the black and white is my way of processing the world around me when it gets too much. But anyway, in the end, all cats are gray. If you look at our world and the conflicts that are bubbling up, I think it's all part of it. It's all... I'm not gonna get into go down the rabbit hole. I don't think that's a necessary thing that I need to do on this channel. I will say this: in the world that is full of darkness, it is those that choose to use their light. My warning and my message to you all: use your light intentionally. Avoid using your light to build a cocoon and a bubble around you, because that is called delusion. And in the new agey, I guess, community or culture that we see very heavily online now in the digital age, and I feel like that bubble has popped. I do feel that. For me, anyway, I can only speak for myself, because in the 20 teens, I was in that bubble, and you get on that love and light curve and you can get lost in it. And then when you finally meet your shadow or darkness, because the dark and the shadow are attracted to the light, you're not able to sustain that illusion because you haven't mastered the darkness and shadow within yourself. So when that comes to you and manifests in front of you, you're like, oh shit, what do I do? And so for those that work with the light, and you choose to work with the light and stand in that light and in that love and in that power, neutralize the darkness with the light. Neutralize the shadow with the light, and know that truth is love and light. That's it's tricky, because with this whole love and light, truth is the foundation. Truth is truth, and truth can often be lost in the shadow and lost in the dark. And like that song from the 80s, blinded by the light, right? The light can shine so bright that you can't see the truth right in front of you. You have to practice discernment. And so that title, in the end, all cats are gray. What do we really know what truth is? And I feel like the only truth that we can ever really know is the truth that is within ourselves. And I find that every time that we try to convince someone else of our truth and can convince them to believe in that truth, then we have war, right? We have conflict. We have conflicting ideologies. We have one religious, extreme over, fighting with another religious extreme. We have, religious groups fighting at each other. Now we have nationalists versus globalists, right? Anti-immigration versus, pro-immigration, It's very, 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 very divisive. Who are we to label which, cat is black or white when we don't even know our own shades? We don't even study our own rainbows. We don't study our own colors within ourselves. So I love the fact that title, in the end, all cats are gray, because we are. We're black and white. We're light and dark. We uphold all of that. And so anytime I see that there is such a major shift that affects the collective, I mean, I have millions of people probably affected by this war, but specifically those who are traveling and that are nomadic, especially those who are nomadic. I'm not talking about the ones that got stuck out there because they're trying to celebrate a birthday or go to a wedding. That sucks. I'm talking about the nomadic people, the digital nomads as they're called, but they're nomadic. The nomadic people of around the whole world. They don't stay in one place for long. They're seasonal, they're cyclical, they're spherical in their approach to life and their approach to flow. They either have one job, a specific profession that they're really good at, and they take that job with them wherever they go. Most human beings are stationary. They cannot do that. It's very, very difficult for many who abide by the societal expectations, like I mentioned earlier in this video. They define what their success is, not how much money is in their bank account, and not, there are people who are traveling, who are nomadic, and then they're in their 50s, 60s, some of them even 70s, and they're moving around the world. But now they're being forced to stop right in their tracks. So again, who are we to label what cat is light and what cat is shadow, what cat is white and what cat is black, when we're all gray? And we can choose, and we choose every single day. We choose if we're gonna love. Sometimes we love more one day, sometimes we don't love as much on the other day. Sometimes we're right in the middle. There's no way around it. There isn't. And so with this path, I will say this: designing a creative life, the only force that can counteract with destruction is creativity, is creation. We are either here to create or destroy. And so when you're like, oh, I'm a light worker, ooh, right? You use that label, right? Or I'm a truther, or I'm a seer, I'm a healer, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this and a this and a that. Label yourself whatever, however you choose to. Wave your magic wand, look into your crystal ball, burn your sage, sing your mantras. Just know that you have to ask, in all that you do, what are you creating? We are all playing a role in the happenings of our existence, individually, simultaneously, as a collective. Every single thought, every single feeling, memory we have individually affects all. So we're actively shaping and constructing and designing and creating our existence right now. Whether you're sitting at home looking at Fox News or CNN, or you're in Dubai or Abu Dhabi waiting at the airport for the fourth or fifth day after the attacks, or you are completely cut off from all news and you're just living your life. All of those frequencies and vibrations are all interwebbed. We are not separate from each other. We are not separate from each other at all. In the end, all cats are gray. And you can sit here and be as pious and religious or spiritual or egotistical as you want to be. Oh, I'm vegan, I'm better than that meat eater over there. Oh, I'm Muslim, I'm better than that Christian over there. Oh, I have 5 degrees, I'm better than that person over there who never graduated high school. Where we compare and contrast, because again, we look down on the other because we don't see that the other is us, that they are us, we are them. So I'm very much committing myself to designing a creative and living a creative life. That is what I'm here to do, is to create. Through this vessel, I'm a conduit. So this vessel of life, the air I breathe through this form, for however long I have this body, I am here to create. What are you here to do? Oh, I'm only here to observe and watch. Oh, I'm only here. We are either you're creating or destroying. You don't have to be an artiste to create. You can create opportunities for other people. Many different ways to create. We are all creators. Align, if anything, align with what you are compatible with. Align with what you are compatible with. I will say this, because March is the new year. It's Aries is the sign, the first sign in the zodiac. Okay? According to astrology. If you believe in it, great. If you're not, great. And if I look back March 2025 and my mindset, my frequency and vibration in my life, it was not a creative life. I was not compatible with what was happening in my life, my daily life, what I was doing with it. And you ask yourself, why am I so tired? Why am I so worn out? Why can't I focus on one thing? Why? Oh, I must have ADHD. Let me, pump these meds in me, right? And I'm not saying I'm not anti-meds or anything like that. So don't go there. All right. I'm not gonna go there. I'm just saying, like, we think there's something wrong, like, with us, because we're not, and usually it's the real problem is that we're not compatible with the people that we're around with. We're not compatible with the jobs that we have. We're not compatible with the belief systems that we believe in. We're not compatible with maybe even your city that you live in, the neighborhood that you live in. You need to start asking yourself these questions. Am I compatible with this? Am I compatible with this person? Am I compatible with this career path? Am I compatible with this belief system? Because that is going to dictate whatever you put yourself in alignment with is going to dictate a specific result for you. And I'm not saying you can't change that. And here's the thing, the power about being a creator. Creators can create something new. Creators can shift and change things. That we are alchemists. We can alchemize and design realities. And even we can do that by just shifting our perception alone. Truly. So yeah, in the end, all cats are gray. We choose to love, or we choose to destroy. And what will you choose today? And I will leave you with that. I will see you in the next video on my creative life.